Arizona sports fan family, what is going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody is having a good Thursday today. We are here to talk some Arizona Cardinals. I know the biggest news currently right now in the Arizona world is, are the Phoenix Suns going to get Kevin Durant? What is the beef that's currently going on right now? I think that the Suns just currently went ahead and agreed to terms to pay the max deal for DeAndre Ayton. So there's a lot of big, news going on right now for the Phoenix Suns. But we're here to talk some Arizona Cardinals, my favorite team in the Valley, my favorite team in Arizona. It is going to be the Arizona Cardinals, and that's what we are here to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. Let's get started here. But first, big shout out to people that are currently in the chat already. We got Communist, we got Conservative, we got Silver Wolf, Edward Ramirez, Lennon Wolf, Highness up in the house. Appreciate you guys for coming through. If you guys can do me one huge favor, smack that like button, subscribe if this is your first time here on the AZ Sports Fan. And I went ahead and had a poll on the chat as well. So definitely go ahead and partake in that poll. Biggest question is, do you agree that there's so much uncertainty going into the 2022 season? Do you agree? Or do you think that the AZ Sports Fan is just set trippy? Do you think I'm just panicking for no reason? Definitely let me know how you're feeling in the poll, and we'll basically go ahead and dive into that here a little later on in the stream. So appreciate you guys for being here. Let's dive right into it, right? I think we definitely want to have some conversations about the Arizona Cardinals. Today we are sitting at the 14th of July. Now, the training camp for the Arizona Cardinals for the rookies to attend is going to be the 21st, and then the 26th is going to be when the veterans need to show up for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, big speculations out there, right? Going to be Kyler Murray. He's supposed to get paid before training camp. When is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? The time is a ticking. We still don't 100% know what's going to happen with Kyler Murray. But not just that, ladies and gentlemen. We still don't know what's going to happen with Rodney freaking Hudson. And to me, I feel like that's a pretty big deal for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, just something to go ahead and add here. There was a post, I believe it was posted yesterday on Twitter and the Arizona Cardinals Instagram, that they posted a graphic of the offensive line, and they said 60 days away till kickoff, which is normal, right? They do this very often. But one thing that we have noticed as Arizona Cardinal fans is Rodney Hudson is not in the graphic. Now, am I tripping? Am I looking too much into this? Was he not in, training camp? That's the reason why they didn't get a picture of him. What's going on? What is going through your mind right now, Bird Gang? Are you panicking about, Rodney Hudson not being in training camp? There was no excused absence for him in training camp. And there was a latest tweet that really struck my attention that I really want to get your guys' take in this whole situation. Now, in Twitter, there's a lot of different personalities out there. Now, there's one guy that I love to follow. I love his takes. I really do. It's going to be my guy here, Chuck. Now, he went ahead and posted this yesterday on July the 13th. He said, followed up on Rodney Hudson's status, asked if he was done in Arizona, and was told, believe so. Now, very, very vague, right? We don't really know who was told. I'm only assuming that he was in a media day and it was talking to somebody within the Arizona Cardinals, and somebody said, believe so. Now, I'm not 100% sure. We're all kind of living in a world of who's your source, but this is definitely something to talk about. I think it's a bigger story than a lot of people are not really thinking too much about. Rodney Hudson's probably one of our best offensive linemen, all-time Pro Bowler, and to just lose him, almost very similar to just a random retirement from Malcolm Butler, really just kind of leaves you to wonder, what the heck is going on with this Arizona Cardinal organization? Is it the organization? Is it just players don't want to play here? Do they not like the coaching staff? Like, what's going on? Like, what is the real deal that's currently happening right now within the Arizona Cardinal organization, right? That's kind of where my mind goes. Now, I understand that sometimes it can be a little dramatic. I'm fully aware of that. But this right here, to me, screams to me like, what are we going to do? What are the Arizona Cardinals going to do here if Rodney Hudson does decide to retire? Now, I did post a video why my top 5 reasons why we should get JC Treader. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know, but I do believe that the Arizona Cardinals need to really start looking at options in the center position if he does not decide to come back. Now, another big, going back to Twitter here, is going to be my guy Chuck here as well. Now, if you notice down here, there is going to be a very special person commenting away, and I'm very, very happy about commenting. So I ended up putting, "Are you serious?" And we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. I dislike this front office. Now, I think there's a lot of people that on this channel already know how I feel about the front office, how I feel about Steve Keim, how I feel about Cliff Kingsbury. And nothing's really going to change my mind until I feel like our GM can draft very well, can pick up free agency very well, or if we win a Super Bowl. I think that's the bottom line that we want to kind of get to, right? That is the goal for every single year. Win the Super Bowl. If not, it's a bust. There's no participation trophies here in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm excited about, actually finally getting to the playoffs last year. I'm not excited in how I'm not excited in how it ended, but I'm excited about, hitting the playoffs first time in a very long time. So we'll have to kind of wait and see to what happens with Rodney Hudson. Now, let me get to my guy here. We have Keyshawn. He says, "We don't need Rodney." Oh, hot take there. Okay. Now, I'm going to be opening up the phone lines a little later on, ladies and gentlemen. Give me about 20 minutes. I will be opening up the phone lines, and I'm very curious to figure out who you think is going to be a replacement for Rodney Hudson. So hopefully you can stick around. The phone lines will be opening up a little later on, but that right there is something that I do not agree with. I think we still do need Rodney Hudson, regardless of him being old. I think he's probably one of the most dependable people we have on that line. And I don't really know if anybody can convince me otherwise. Now, did he perform to the best of what we've seen him perform in the Raiders? Probably not, but center is a very hard position to go ahead and, master. Now, he's been doing it for a very long time. Yes, he's getting up there in age, but I would still rather have Rodney Hudson than Sean Harlow, than Max Garcia, than any other person that we're going to try to convert as a center position, because we know that Rodney Hudson can do it. We know the first time that we met up with the Rams, he held Aaron Donald in check for a good majority of when they were on the one-on-one. So I respectfully disagree, my guy. I respectfully disagree, but I'm hoping that you can jump on to the AZ Sports Fan here a little later on so I can hear your take on who you think is going to be able to replace Rodney Hudson. All right, let's move on to the next topic here, and it's going to be Kyler Murray, right? I think we always have to have some sort of stream talking about Kyler Murray, and we need to figure out if he's going to get paid. Now, we were told before training camp. Now, this is going to be the latest tweet from Jeff Darlington. They ended up posting about Kyler Murray's situation. Now, please take this with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. People can tweet all they possibly want. Is this going to happen? We don't 100% know. I just like to bring it to your attention, stuff that I find very interesting. Now, Jeff Darlington did post this. He said, "Something I mentioned on Sports Center this morning. I wouldn't sweat the Kyler Murray contract negotiations. Based on my conversations, talks are going smooth, and getting a real deal before camp remains a very reasonable likelihood. The drama of February feels long in the review mirror." Now, I think we would all love this drama to go away, right? We all want to live in a world where we can say Kyler Murray has been paid. We don't have to worry about who's going to be our quarterback going into the 2022 season. Now, I know there's people out there saying that we're going to be fine with Colt McCoy. I don't know if you can actually sit there and say that truthfully and not smile. Like, you must be lying. Like, it has to be a lie. Kyler Murray is all that in a bag of potatoes. The worst knock on Kyler Murray is that he can't stay healthy. Now, I know that's a pretty big thing, right? It's pretty big. I think every single year he has been our quarterback, he has missed some games, and it's concerning. I agree. But the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray seems to be elevating in a level that I'm pretty excited to see. Now, I want this drama to end. I want is he going to get paid? Or if he doesn't get paid, is he going to sit out? I want all that to end. I do. And it will all end the moment that we pay Kyler Murray. It's just that simple. Now, the plan for Steve Keim and the plan for Michael Bidwell, per their words, is the fact that Kyler Murray is the future. That's their future. Kyler Murray is the future of the Arizona Cardinals. We were told this in February. We were told this when he had his interview on 98.7 Sports. We were told this up and down. Now, why it's taking this long is beyond me. I don't understand it. I really don't. If we were to pay Kyler Murray back in February, we would have gotten him cheaper. Now, that's me putting on my GM hat on, being like, man, we probably could have got him on a cheaper deal. Now, it probably wouldn't be anything drastically cheaper. But compared to the quarterbacks that got paid this offseason, now there's a market. Now there's a market that we have to go to. And if Lamar Jackson gets paid before Kyler Murray, then it's even a higher market. So I don't agree with some things that's been happening with this front office. I think it's funny that Steve Keim ended up vacationing. Now he can vacation, right? It's his personal life. He's got free time, and Cliff Kingsbury has free time. But to not get this job done when your quarterback is obviously disgruntled, obviously upset with scrubbing everything of the Arizona Cardinals, saying that he felt like he was a scapegoat. Why was it a need to pay Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim before Kyler? I will never understand it. And I don't think anybody can sit here and try to explain to me why that was a situation. Now, you can bring up the cap, right? Somebody said that, in June 1st, we're going to open up some more cap room. The Arizona Cardinals didn't do diddly with that. And we're still sitting right now with, when is Kyler Murray going to get paid? Can Kyler Murray get paid? What the heck is going on? So, we're kind of in this situation right now, right? We're kind of in this situation where we're just kind of waiting. I have faith that it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm only hoping that when they told us it's going to be before training camp, they really do mean it's going to be before training camp, and that it should be per the day where the veterans should be coming, which is going to be July 26th. That's 12 days away from today. Today's the 14th of July. The 26th is 12 days away. Now, per this report from Jeff Darlington, seems like things are trending in the right direction. Seems like things are trending in the right direction. So, let's put our USA hats on. Let's really hope that things are trending in the right direction. And hopefully within these 12 days, we can finally hear the words we all want to hear. Kyler Murray is locked up for a multi-year deal. And now our mindset can be like, what are we going to do about the center position? That's the biggest thing I can think of right now. What are we going to do about the center position? So, just to recap here, ladies and gentlemen, my uncertainty here for the Arizona Cardinals, I'm excited about their wide receiving core. I think we got some good wide receivers as long as Rondale Moore can stay healthy. I think AJ Green having the season that he had last year, 800 plus yards with 3 touchdowns. I think with an off season, we're going to look better. I think we're going to definitely look better for sure. It's going to suck not having DeAndre Hopkins. It's going to suck not having him. But hopefully Hollywood Brown could give us that extra juice that we all need. And then, of course, we got our reliable hands up the middle, Zach Ertz. Max Williams is coming back. So overall, I'm excited about our offense. Our running back core, I'm excited. I'm so. I hope that Benjamin gets an opportunity that he should have had very, very long ago. I'm excited about our running backs. The only really big thing that I'm really worried about on the offensive side is going to be the offensive line. And on the defense, I have a lot more worries on the defense than I do on the offense, just being completely 100% transparent. And it all kind of leads to the trenches. All kind of leads to the trenches, which is very, very, very important. Let's take it to some comments here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Highness, what's up, Highness? He says, Rodney took a break from the sun, the sun hell. Nah, he don't want to be here. The man is a professional. He never missed games. That might be something that a lot of people are talking about too. That he never really wanted to come to Arizona. Yeah, I've heard that rumor as well. that he was never really happy here. It's really weird, right? It's really weird that we've had these Iron Man type players that has come to our organization, and the moment they come as an Arizona Cardinal, they start breaking apart. DeAndre Hopkins never really missed any games. He comes to the Arizona Cardinals, miss a game. Rodney Hudson, the same thing. Sucks. It might be in the Arizona water. I don't know. Definitely sucks, though, for sure. What's up, Lennon? Lennon says, we are making the biggest contract extension in franchise history for Kyler Murray. Trust me. Well, I'm trusting. I'm trusting. The uncertainty comes from a little bit more than just the trenches. It comes from the cornerbacks, from the edge position, the interior defensive line. I understand we have J.J. Watt. I'm fully aware. But can J.J. Watt stay healthy for entirety of the year? We haven't seen it in a very long time. The uncertainty comes from the offensive line, the defensive line, including the edges and the cornerbacks. I love our offense. As long as we can score points and our defense can do with what we can do, I think we can win some games. A good amount of games. It's just a little worrisome when you look at the offensive side or the defensive side of the ball, especially that cornerback position. It has me a little worried, so I'm not going to lie. What's up, Kyle? Kyle up in the house says, everyone is replaceable, all positions. If Rodney doesn't want to be here, get rid of him. Well, that sounds to me like what might be going on. Now, I know Rodney Hudson recently did have a new addition to his family. I think that was the word out there, that he had a new addition to his. I'm not sure 100% if it's true or not, but it makes sense, right? He wants to spend some time with his family. That makes sense if this is the case. But you're right. If Rodney Hudson doesn't want to be here, then why are we taking this long for him to be on the roster? Are we really waiting for him to retire? So we're again not getting anybody again. Last year it happened to us. Malcolm Butler. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We still have a lot of holes on this team. Let me take a look at the poll here. We are going to be opening up the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have not jumped onto an AZ Sports Fan here stream before, it's super simple. I usually put a link on the chat. Click on it and you come right on. It's super simple. But I will be opening up the phone lines here pretty soon. But I want to take a look at the voting that we have on this poll here. So give me 1 second. Let me take a look here. We have 32 votes. Appreciate you guys. So if you guys haven't voted yet, highly encourage you, go into the top of the chat. Please make sure you cast your vote. And the question here is anyone worried about the Arizona Cardinals heading into the 2022 season? I will give you about 2 more minutes. Go ahead and place your vote if you guys have not yet done so already. Not going to lie to you. Spoiler alert. There's more hell yeses than there is now you're tripping. So if you're on the now you're tripping side, definitely make sure you cast your vote, and we'll take a look at that pretty soon here. So cast your vote. Meme Source, what's up, Meme? Appreciate you for being here. He says, for sure, I'm worried. That's fair. One thing I do want to also mention as well, and I've been getting a little bit more recently. Obviously, I've been here on YouTube, getting this podcast up and rolling for the last 4 years. This is going to be my 4 years of being on YouTube. So hallelujah me. I love what I do here. Honestly, I love the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, they give me kidney stones. Yes, they give me heart attacks. Yes, they give me anxiety, but I still love the organization. I love football. And bottom line, I want to see them win. One thing I've been seeing, pretty recently here a lot more is that people are saying that they hate people that do podcasts like this because we put fear in people when fear shouldn't be put out there. Like we blow things too much out of proportion when it shouldn't be blown out of proportion. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments below. Now, my take on that is, yeah, I run a YouTube channel. Yeah, I got 8,000 subscribers, but I'm not brainwashing you guys. I'm only giving you my take. I'm only telling you that what I feel. I acknowledge that I'm a little dramatic when it comes down to my take. I'm fully aware of that. I'm not brainwashing, though. Just giving you my thoughts. I'm giving you my opinions on this. So if you don't agree with me, then that's completely fine. I love the differences of opinion. I encourage it. That's one of the main reasons why I open up the phone lines, to hear what you guys have to say. Because maybe somebody can take me off the bridge that I'm trying to throw myself off of. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the whole situation, where it is what it is, right? Just gotta have tough skin in the internet. You have to have tough skin. Let me look at the chat here. We're looking at the poll right now. 28 minutes ago, we asked this question. Anyone worried about the Arizona Cardinals heading into the 2022 season? We have 36 votes. That's not very much, but it's the offseason. I don't blame you guys for not wanting to talk Arizona Cardinals. We have 56% saying, hell yes, they are worried about the Arizona Cardinals. And we have 44% saying, nah, you're tripping. I appreciate the honesty. I really do. But I think if a lot of Cardinal fans weren't worried about this season, we would have more people trying to talk about the Arizona Cardinals 12 days away from training camp, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Let me say it for the people in the back. 12 days away from training camp, and we're chilling here with 36 votes. This tells me one or two things. This tells me that Arizona Cardinal fans, they don't like adversity. This tells me another thing, that the Arizona Cardinals don't have very much high expectations going into the 2022 season. And it's not just on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is on all social networks. It is on every single comment I see out there. Everybody is bagging what we should have been doing in this offseason, or expressing their concern of going into the 2022 season. So I'm not really using this channel as the end all be all, right? There's other platforms out there. There's Instagram, there's Twitter, there's all this other stuff. But honestly, that's what it kind of seems like. I think if we would have had a better offseason, we would have a lot more people coming in here casting the vote. And they'd probably be a lot more people more concerned than not. I'm just excited to see how this is going to unfold. Just excited to see how this is going to unfold. John in the house. What's up, John? He says, I love the show. I believe you tell it like it is. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. I believe that I tell it like it is as well. Now, obviously, it's a very biased opinion, so I appreciate you go ahead, telling me that. That kind of gives me a little bit of a thank you so very much, and a little extra juice to go ahead and continue to do what I do. But I do believe I like to tell it as it is as well. I don't like sugarcoating it. I don't like to tell you, hey, guys, we're going to have a Super Bowl contending team, where I see the glaring needs. And if it's not being filled, obviously my anxiety, my fear of I told you so, because I'm never one to want to say I told you so, ladies and gentlemen. But we in this channel have been talking last year about the cornerback position, and we still haven't done anything about the cornerback position. So, what say you? We will be opening up the phone lines. I will give you guys a 6-minute warning. Phone lines will be opening up here in 6 minutes. Now, if you're viewing on Instagram, what did I say Instagram? If you're viewing on Facebook, if you're viewing on Twitter, I highly recommend you jumping onto the AZ Sports Fan YouTube channel, because it's really the only way you can participate in joining in the call-in show. So if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on any platform that's not YouTube, come onto YouTube if you want to join the call-in show. Very excited to see what you guys have to say. I will be opening up those phone lines in about 5 to 6 minutes. So come on through and let us know how you are feeling about our Arizona Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen. Our Arizona Cardinals. We do got some comments here that we're going to continue to read. We have Highness saying we still need cornerback. And we got my guy Keyshawn coming back up and says, my main concern right now is cornerback. And it's a very, very high concern. It's a very, very high concern. So I don't blame you for that. Our best cornerback is best in the slot. I was one last year to say, I don't care if Byron Murphy doesn't like to be put on the outside. You put the man on the outside. He's a second-round pick. He's going to do really well. He's going to flourish, and I was wrong. This man is better on the slot. This man is better in the slot. Now, Marco Wilson on the other line, I love him. I love the potential. I love what he can do. But the end of the year was pretty bad to see. Another position people really aren't talking about is edge. Are you really 100% confident? Give me even 90%. Are you 90% confident with what edge rushers we have? I love Marcus Golden. I love the guy. Love his passion. He loves Arizona. I like Dennis Gardick too. But are we really going to be rolling into the 2022 season with those two players in the hope that two rookies are going to pan out for us? Woo! Chandler Jones is going to be missed. Just going to say that. Chandler Jones gave us frustrations last year, and I'm right there with you. He started the season off with 5 sacks, and then he kind of just disappeared. I know. I'm right there with you. I feel the same. But I do feel like edge is going to be a position that we kind of need to also address. Now, if our rookies pan out, hallelujah. That's what we want, right? Hallelujah. If they don't pan out, dang. We got my guy Lennon Wolf saying, has anyone talked the Cardinals get Stephon? Well, Stephon Gilmore has already been signed with the Colts. Gilmore's been gone for a bit. JPP still available, right? Yeah, JPP is still available, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. This guy plays with fingers missing. He plays with the mallet. Absolutely. He's still available. JC Tretter's still available. Why, to me, this Rodney Hudson thing is taking as long as it's taking, it just gives me more of like, come on, let's get this going. Let's move on. If he does want to leave, yeah, it sucks, but you're right. Somebody in the comments said it right. Nobody is not replaceable. Now, I'm going to put something very, very, yes, everybody's replaceable. Now, are they going to be as good as Rodney Hudson? That's a different topic for a different day. Rodney Hudson can be replaced, 100%. We're playing one of the scariest D-lines in a division. Aaron Donald, oof. San Francisco 49ers, oof. Seahawks, I feel like regardless if the Seahawks are rebuilding or not, if they get an old veteran out there like Carlos Dunlap, they're going to wreak havoc on us. I don't know what it is. It just happens all the time, especially when we're playing here in State Farm. So let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines. If you want to join onto one of the show, I will be posting a link on the chat. Now, let me very specifically say this again. This is going to be specifically for YouTube watchers. So if you're watching on Twitter or you're watching on Facebook, I highly recommend you coming onto YouTube, searching up the AZ Sports Fan. Obviously, drop a subscribe, smack that like button, and click on the link if you want to come on. If you don't want to come on, no worries. Stay on Twitter, stay on Facebook, but that's going to be the best way for you to participate in the live call-in show. Now, because it's the off season, we really don't have too much people want to call in. It's usually more during the season, during post games more than anything. So just kind of keep that in mind. There might be some availability. Let's just put that out there. So if you guys haven't already smacked that like button, please do so. I would really do appreciate it. The link has been posted, everybody, and it has been pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to jump onto the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube, the link is right there. Now, we also do accept super chats as well. Now, it comes in nice, pretty color. I can go ahead and post your comment. If you don't want to jump on, but you still want to get your comment read, there's the ability to do a super chat. It's nice and colorful. I can post it on the chat and then we can talk about it. But it is open. I want to hear from what you guys have to say. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say. Let me change my background before I get you guys coming through. And this is going to be good. I'm excited. I want to hear what the Bird Gang has to say. So let's first start off with Chris. Chris, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. What's up, man? How are you feeling about the Cardinals 2022?
I think my thing is on top of it, some of it's probably because of the what you said about people just aren't really thinking about the Cardinals because they kind of had these low expectations. But some of why I'm not really in Cardinals mode right now could also be that both these guys in my background have made moves this past offseason that just has my brain kind of skipping ahead to the NBA and NHL. The Kings kind of signed Kevin Fiala, and then the Blazers have just been busy.
Makes sense.
Something I wish the Cardinals would be.
Very true. So that makes sense, right? Other sports out there, maybe priority. For 2 weeks. Training camp, 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then I remember I was initially kind of upset about the Marquise Brown trade, and I still kind of am, just because we did give up 23rd overall for the trade. But initially, I think I might have overreacted a little bit, because I did not know about Marquise Brown and Kyler Murray having played together in college. Yep. It was to the point where I was on this other stream on the Dumpster Fire, and my last words on the stream were, "I have something the Cardinals don't," and I held up this box of Life cereal to say that I had more life than the Cardinals after that trade.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited about the connection. I know, it probably won't translate as good as it did when they were playing in OU, but I'm excited. Now we're kind of looking.
You did see what happened with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's
I've been trying to get that to happen with CeeDee Lamb, my guy. I've been trying to get that to happen with CeeDee Lamb, and everybody crapped on that idea.
Yeah. That's like the one big hope I have so far, is that they'll piece together just like Joe Burrow and the other guy, and then we'll be ready for Hopkins to come back, and maybe we won't collapse in the middle of the season this time.
Fingers crossed, man, from your lips to the football god's ears, just like I love to say. Anything else you got before I move on to the next?
Not really.
All right, man. Appreciate you for being here, man. Thank you so very much, and let's see what else with your Portland Trail Blazers do. Peace.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's keep it moving here. Let's get now. Keep in mind, the people with cameras do get priority. Just FYI, it just makes it a little easier. So, Soul Pancakes, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. Talk to me, man. How are you feeling about the 2022 Arizona Cardinals? What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? For the last guy's comment about like the Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they're not the same people. We got to acknowledge that if they're going to be part of this offense, it's going to be more of like a somewhat of like a deep threat off of hopefully under center bootleg action. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about that right now. I don't really have much time, but I think that Rodney Hudson's waiting for the contract news to drop. I think he might want to know something about this type of offense, because just like everybody else said, he didn't choose to come here. He was hoping to get released and join the Chiefs, and unfortunately that didn't happen, and they actually got the player that I was hoping the Cardinals were going to pull for, or would have been the perfect person at this situation, Creed Humphreys, who was Kyler Murray's teammate. But the big thing about this was that every single time you got to talk about like center position and negotiations and stuff. For one, JC Treader isn't going to sign to be a backup, so that's the reason why they haven't made moves towards that. But the other thing about that is that people know in this offense that there's more pressure for 2 reasons. Well, actually for 3 reasons. One, this offense employs a lot of just shotgun formations. So that means you're basically going to be a long snapper. You're going to sign to be a long snapper 99% of the time. So you got to hit a 5'9" or 5'10" quarterback and hope that it doesn't go over his head, because then you set your own offense back. So you got to make sure you're on top of that. You're not really going to get much breaks in between on wanting to on getting this, snapping the ball directly from behind him. So there's that. And then there's the other thing about the fact that there's the added pressure of having to make sure you do protect him, because he is a small quarterback. But on top of which, I heard that he uses staggered counts, and that could kind of frustrate centers, because there's a timing aspect, and also there's it's like a chemistry type of thing. Mm-hmm. I don't think Rodney Hudson had the best chemistry with Kyler Murray, obviously because he just barely got signed, but because of the fact that he wasn't looking towards coming over to Arizona Cardinals and stuff. So now that he's with the Arizona Cardinals, okay, well, I'm gonna be part of this air raid offense. They operate heavily in the shotgun, and he had a down year as far as his career. Last year. He was one of our solid offensive linemen, but actually our best great offensive lineman was Justin Pugh, and he's the one who actually kept Aaron Donald in check. He didn't give up a single sack to him. He hasn't given up a single sack to him in the last 2 years. So that's why I have confidence with Justin Pugh.
Do you think that we're going to continue to run the shotgun?
I I think that's the reason why Rodney Hudson's holding out, because he's probably thinking to himself, if I'm going to be a long snapper, I mean, maybe I should just think about retiring, and maybe who knows, they might release me and I'll have another chance with another team. But I don't think he's really happy with the way that the offense gets utilized and stuff. Because
Yeah.
like I said, there's no bootleg action, there is no under center. They really don't move their wide receivers around and stuff. I'm not sure who's to blame for that situation, whether it's the coach, the wide receivers, or the quarterback. But it just remains stagnant. So,
Yeah.
like I said, he came in with high. He came in, and then we gave him high hopes, and he saw how it ended last year. And now we have this drama of this offseason. So he's probably like, man, this is a lot to take on. He would have pondered retirement sooner if that was really the case. He waited. It took him a long time. He's like, this is a lot. A
So
lot's
you think
going on
he's
over here.
right? So do you think he's waiting because he's looking to see what our offense is going to look like? Is what you're saying?
I think he's waiting to see what the talks in during like negotiations are, because he hasn't announced his retirement. Obviously,
Yeah.
he could have done that already. But let's just say the contract drops and he gets information on it and say, you know what, we're going to implement different formations and we're going to get more creative and stuff. Maybe like, okay, you know what, maybe I could work with that. If we're not going to run the shotgun 90%, maybe like 70% or 60%, I'm down with that. But like we've seen, other centers have struggled in this offense because they don't get much time to have to practice hitting a target behind them that's 5 yards behind them or 10 yards behind them sometimes. So maybe to him,
I'm
he's just
having
waiting.
a hard time believing that we don't know what our offense is going to look like yet. Now, I know OTAs, all the mini camp and stuff. I know training camp is going to be the good majority of it, but I'm having a hard time not seeing Cliff saying, hey, we're going to run this. We're going to do something different this time around. You're not going to know what it is. But we're doing something
it comes
different.
down to Kyler. It comes down to Kyler. It's actually just up to him. If he decides, hey, you know what? You're right. Like maybe more snaps on the centers will give us a wide array of all these other plays that we can run and all these other formations. Then I think, obviously going into training camp, people would have a little bit more morale about this offense. But because the contract still hasn't been signed and they haven't, covered that or whatnot, or maybe Kyler is like saying to himself, look, regardless of what the situation is, I'm not signing that contract if you're going to put me under center like 30 to 40% of the time. Maybe that's what could be happening. Because what I'm trying to figure out is why Rodney Hudson hasn't announced retirement if that's the way he's leaning. I mean, obviously, it's
he needed to know something, right? Because I mean, he didn't go to training camp, or he didn't go there, so he needed to know something in order to kind of piss him off, because then he would show up there and then maybe not show up for training camp. It's the way my mind is going. But I appreciate you, man, as always. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you. Later, dude. There's a lot, right? I mean, there's a lot to kind of unfold with my guy Soul Pancakes right there. When it comes down to it, like, man, like I get Kyler Murray holds that much weight, but if you're going to get paid, Cliff Kingsbury should also have a backbone, in my personal opinion. Get a backbone, say this is what we're gonna do. You want to get paid, this is exactly how we're gonna run it. Like that's the way I would run it. Obviously, but I'm not a head coach. I'm not getting paid millions of dollars, so it's obviously a topic for a different day. But it's hard to me to believe a guy that wants to get a contract says, I want this, and that, but I don't want to do this. That's crazy to me. So if we don't do any more formations coming into the 2022 season, then that just leaves me more to believe of me trying to pull my hair out, because frustration would be at an all-time high, because now we have OTAs, now we had all this other stuff that came along, but we can't implement a new offense. And I'm not asking for a brand new offense. I'm asking for different formations, bootlegs, 12 personnel, more tight ends on the field, something like that we're just not overexposed when we're just doing the regular shotgun formation. Great call there. Great call, Soul Pancakes. Let's get my next guy here right now, 23K5. You are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Frustrated and disappointed.
That's fair. Any specific reason why? Do you agree with any callers so far? How are you feeling, man?
Well, I've been waiting for Kyler Murray re-signing. Like Cliff Kingsbury, we're saying we're gonna get him signed this week. But here's news, but we didn't. There's no news. We're not re-signing him. So why not re-sign him like with a contract he wants and then play? Like, we're struggling with him and we're struggling with Rodney Hudson's absence.
Yeah.
Like, Rodney Hudson. Have you ever heard news about like one of our rookies saying about we're gonna start like the rookie Latavius Smith?
Yes.
They're thinking about him. He's getting like center reps, so we probably may not see him as a center. But can we just they're thinking about being Justin Pugh or anybody to start center, because if Rodney Hudson's not gonna play, we're not gonna have a great offensive line this year.
I agree. 22 Crave, you're kind of chopping up a little bit, so I'm gonna let you go here. I appreciate this the call in though. But I do agree, right? I think what you were saying was that the rookie, and I always butcher his first name, so I apologize, but it is Smith. You're saying that he was playing center, he was taking those first string reps, and I did hear somebody saying that we can just move somebody else into center. Like, I get, like, it sounds easy, right? Like, just plug and play type of thing, but it's a lot harder than that. Because then we're gonna blame the fact of like, oh well, his main role isn't center. I feel like every single time it's just excuse after excuse after excuse. Now we got the full training camp coming through, and if we don't have at least 20% of a new offense, how does this not frustrate fans? Like, you know what I mean? If Kyler Murray does hold this much weight and he just doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to do it, I don't know. I'm having a hard time believing it. Like, I really am. I don't have any inside information though. So let's move on to the next tier. Let's get my guy, Anwar. Anwar. I apologize about that. You are live on the Easy Sports Fan on YouTube, man. What's up? How are you feeling about the Arizona Cardinals heading into the 2022 season?
Nah, I don't think. I think we're gonna make playoffs for sure, but I feel like some people are overreacting about it because if you think about it, none of the NFC West teams have really gotten better. Like the Rams, yeah, they got Allen Robinson and Bobby Wagner, but they lost Austin Corbett, they lost Andrew Whitworth, they just lost a lot of people. They lost the edge rusher. I forgot what his name was. So, like, the Rams they lost Darius Williams. So, they haven't got much better. And over the past 2 years, they've lost more than they gained. But, yeah, they did get that Super Bowl last year. And then the Niners, they really don't have – they have good, like, talented players. And players that aren't really known on their team, they still perform well. But they're not, like – I would say, like, the Cardinals probably have the best roster overall, but we just don't like put it together. Like corner, I'm not worried about corner because you're supposed to hope that all players like get better year through year. So I'm assuming that Byron Murphy didn't play that badly last year. So I'm assuming if everybody's getting better, he's gonna play a lot better than he did. And then I'm assuming like Marco Wilson is gonna play like Byron Murphy did last year. So my biggest need for the team, I think, is like edge rusher or something.
Okay. Yeah, I do agree with that. The only one thing is that, yeah, I do agree with like Rams losing a lot, but I think that should kind of motivate the Cardinals. Offensively, I think our offensive is great. Like, we got weapons. The line kind of scares me, but we can probably get through with it. The defense kind of freaks me out. Edge, cornerback, because if we take the next steps, that's the beauty, right? Let's take the next steps, Marco. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. But the only really confidence I have in our defense is our two safeties, Jalen and Buddha. Like, those beef. Now we're gonna hear a lot from Jalen. I almost promise you. I'm excited.
Yeah, I
about
like
it.
that.
Yeah, I like Jalen a lot too. Like, that's really my only confidence I have. Like, Zaven and Isaiah, if they do become our middle back duo, like, did we really see enough to be like, yeah, let's put him as a starter? I'm excited. I want them to succeed. But are you confident?
Nah, not, and Isaiah, yeah, like I have 100% faith in Isaiah. And Zaven, it's like we drafted him, but he didn't really play. So, like, it's like the Isaiah the other year.
Yeah.
So,
100%. Well, Anwar, I thank you so very much for this. This was a great call. Thank you so very much. Have a great rest of your day.
yeah.
Appreciate you. All right, let's get Keyshawn up in here right now. Keyshawn, I did see your comments earlier. Thank you so very much for participating. You are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. Talk to me. How are you feeling? You might be on mute. So I think you're mute now. I'm going to, there. Still nothing, man. Maybe come out and then try to come back in. That usually helps out. Come out and then come back in. Hopefully that works out. Try that. All right, let's read to the comments here. If you guys do want to participate, these calls are great. I appreciate it. 2 weeks. We got like 2 weeks for training camp to start. Like why we're not super hyped up is beyond me. So I appreciate you 33 for coming in here. I think we peaked at like 39. Super crazy, but regardless, definitely go ahead and let me know the comments how you're feeling. Do you want to tell us, like we have Antonio saying the Cards are going 9-7? I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's digressing, right? I mean, regressing when it comes down to it, but I want to see more. I want to see more. Let's get this. Okay, here we go. Keyshawn's back. Keyshawn, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan, man. What's up? Talk to me. Nah, I can't hear you. Sometimes you need to have like permissions added, I think. Like, yeah, I can't hear you at all. Let's take it to the comments. Give me a thumbs up. I can still see you whenever you're ready. You want to try another go. All right, let's see here. We got my guy Jacob in here. Says, "Hey, bro, off topic, but what do you think DA's coming?" So I'm excited. I love DA. I really do. I love DA. Now, if we can get KD and DA, championship all the way, baby. Let's go. Let's run it back. But yeah, let's take it to the Cardinals here. We have AZ Tempest says Jalen is a hitter. I agree. All right, Keyshawn, let's get it back. Keyshawn, you are live. No, it is not meant to be. Oh my God, I don't understand. I really want to hear what he says. I want to hear what he says. Oh my goodness, I hate myself right now. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Let's keep reading what Highness says. He says Isaiah for sure is going to be a beast. Savage season activated. Love it, love it. Terry in the house. What's up, Terry? Lagoon says, "Dang it, my bro." I think Lagoon wanted to hear from you too, Keyshawn. We can try without a camera if you want. Just let me know. Maybe that'll help out. Let me know on the private chat when you want to come back. We can try it again without camera. We can give it a whirl. All right, Keyshawn, you with me? Check, check, check. Hello, hello. Nothing, nothing. Sometimes it's just, I'm bummed out. I'm super bummed out. Super bummed out. All right, let's keep it to the comments here. We have Silver Wolf AZ saying, "Go Cards 17-0." Oh my God. All right. That's the hype I want to hear. Even if he probably doesn't believe it himself, that's the hype I want to hear. We have CB up in the house saying it's getting clear by day that Baltimore just may have fleeced us for that first round pick this past draft on a center. We could have rolled the dice on for the future from the factory of offensive lineman. Oh, that's a good call out, CB. That's a very good call out. I know there's a lot of people talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it with Tyler Linderbaum being there. Obviously, with this whole Rodney Hudson situation, we could have got him. Some people are saying, non-Cardinal fans are saying that we got fleeced by Baltimore by providing a first-round pick. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know in the comments. Now, me personally, I don't think we got fleeced. But there are some fans out there, talking their smack, saying that we got fleeced. But let me know in the comments how you feeling. Terry says, "I've been trying to get psyched, but it's tough." See, you're not alone. And that's the thing. You're not alone. And that's what I'm trying to get across on this channel. The fact that, like, it's not that it's a feeling of you saying, "I hate the Cardinals, they're not going anywhere." It's just the lack of moves, the lack of doing things in this offseason, the draft, free agency, and now the way that everything has been dramified with the season or off season. It's really hard to get excited. It really is. You're right. You're not alone in that feeling. And I don't think fans are feeling that same way. It's just the Cardinals legit has turned off a lot of Arizona sports fans. They really have. They really have. The drama didn't help. Offseason didn't help. It sucks to see. It sucks to see. But I'm still chugging along. I love my Cardinals. Deep down, I know it still hurts because I don't know if we're going to be able to compete with the Rams. And that's hard for me to say. I hate everything LA sports. I hate it. Hate it all. Hate it. Lakers, ugh. Dodgers, out. Sick of it. And now the Rams are in LA. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And for me to convince saying I don't know if the Arizona Cardinals are better than that team, it's hard for me to say. But it might be a hard pill to swallow going into the season. It's Rico. What's up? It's Rico. He says, I'm a Panthers fan, but I can't wait until we play. I'm excited, man. Baker Mayfield versus Kyler Murray, round 3. Let's get it going. Now, this is intriguing. This right here is intriguing. I appreciate you for being here. It's Rico. This is intriguing for a couple different reasons. I'm not going to say own Baker Mayfield in the NFL or Kyler Murray owns Baker Mayfield in the NFL. I'm not going to say that. You know what I'm implying. But we do not own the Panthers. The Panthers freaking kill us. They could be rebuilding and they just slaughter us. I don't know what it is. Teddy Bridgewater looked like he was Tom Brady last time we played. It's frustrating. So I'm excited to see it as well. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. Panthers versus Cardinals as well. Baker Mayfield versus Kyler Murray. Round 3. Let's get it going. I don't understand it. I really don't. Silver Wolf, what's up? He says, I just need football. Win or lose, let's get the show on the road. I feel like that too. 100%. Lagoon says, let's bring back Cobb. That way I can bruh. Let's bring back Cobb. That way I can sit up front again. Oh, sheesh. Please, let's not put that bad juju out there. Cobb was brought in here with high regards, with the big draft pick, and he just kind of wasn't very good. The same thing as Liner. Let's keep it reading here. He says, yeah, me too. I miss Cam, but we'll see. Or Super Cam. Man, Cam had his way with the Cardinals, bro. I hate to admit it, but he had his way with the Cardinals. It was frustrating. Oh, were we really 4-0? Were we really? 4-0 what? Against the Panthers? Clarify. I'm curious now. What's up, Mark? He says, when does hockey season start? The draft just happened. Apparently, they had a very good draft. I'm excited to see how you feel about the draft, Mark, because I know you're a big Coyotes fan, and you definitely love to follow them a lot. Yeah, but that's definitely something that's, a lot of people are excited about. Oh, Terry, a stab through the heart. Let's do this. Let's play this quick game real quick. Let's play this quick game here real quick. Let me know the best, worst quarterback we have had in this organization. And your answer is really going to tell your age. So be very careful here. Let me know in Arizona, only in Arizona, not Chicago, not St. Louis, in Arizona. Who was the worst quarterback the Arizona Cardinals has had on their roster as a starter? Please let me know in the comments below. Let's give some love to some old quarterbacks that just didn't really pan out very well in this Arizona Cardinal uniform, in an Arizona Cardinal uniform. Let me know in the comments here below. Let's give some love to those quarterbacks that took some massive hits. It took some massive hits as a quarterback. Let's keep it going. Let's see here. Somebody says we should have kept Rosen. Bruh, that's funny. Terry says Sam made it easy money. Yeah, I mean, Sam Bradford was rough. And the sucky thing is that Sam Bradford was so bad that we were like, let's throw Josh Rosen in. Get Josh Rosen in here right now. He's going to do masterful. And okay, I'm going to be honest. Josh Rosen had some really cool throws. It may be better catches by the tight ends or better by the wide receivers, but he had some little sparks. He had some little moments of like, oh my God, maybe. But man, you can't deny Kyler Murray's like dual threat. Like it had to happen. It had to happen. Terry says, I actually have a Rosen jersey. Psst, I do too. I don't know what to do with it. You're not alone there, Terry. You're not alone there. Let's see here. We have a hot take. He says, I think this would be our best season because our real offense won't be until week 7, which is all the way fall off. So we can get an edge rusher like Robert Quinn in a center and we'll be okay. Okay. AZ Cards says, I can name a few. He said Sam Bradford, Josh Rosen, and Matt Leinart. Oof. Edward says, Palmer, that's crazy talk. No, John, Palmer was good. Does anybody remember Max Hall? Does anybody remember Ryan Lindley? Does anybody remember me personally? Kevin Cobb, he didn't do very much for me. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't do very much for me. Leinart was also a disappointment. Oh my God, Derek Anderson. Bruh. Derek Anderson. Do you remember that one time he was pissed off at the media because they said, why were you laughing when we were getting destroyed? I think we were getting destroyed by the Panthers if I'm thinking correctly. It might have not been the Panthers, but he was like making a joke with the offensive lineman or somebody made a joke to Derek Anderson and he got ripped because we were getting absolutely destroyed in this game. And the media was like, why were you laughing, bro? Can you explain to me why you were laughing while we were getting our heads beaten? You know what I mean? It was crazy. I still remember him getting all crazy with the media. It was pretty funny. It was a good watch. It was definitely a good watch. Who remembers Matt Leinart? Right there with you, brother. I remember him. I remember him. So much hype out of USC. And it just didn't pan out. Oh yeah, I remember that. Awesome. It's Rico says, hey, at least you own the Buccaneers. I don't think in my mind, the most recency, I don't remember playing the Buccaneers enough to say we own them. Maybe in history, the Arizona Cardinals maybe are better, like when it comes down to it, but that's going to be a tough game and a very exciting game to watch too as well. Bucks versus Cards. Yeah, Hall, Lindley, Rosenball. I might need to look a little bit more that maybe you're adding too. I'm stoked. Yeah, I'm stoked. Big time. We have somebody saying, will you be going to any games? If I do go, obviously I'll let you guys know. I'm not 100% sure. I was actually thinking about getting some season tickets and like also giving some away at the same time because I probably won't be able to go to every single game. I'm not gonna lie to you if I do get a season ticket, but giving them away would be kind of cool. That's just kind of been an idea that I was flirting around back and forth, but I'm definitely going to try to go to said game for sure this year. Terry, I've been banned. I've been banned from going to home games. That's funny. Please beat them. It'll help us out. That's a tough ask, man. If the Bucks didn't have Tom Brady, I would be a little bit more confident. But that's a tough ask. But we'll do our best. Oh my God, Keyshawn, Darryl Washington. This guy was a beast. It just sucks that everything that happened off season or off the field that happened. But Darryl Washington, easily one of my favorite players that we've had. A beast of a linebacker. Our defense we had during the 2008 season, probably one of the best defense I've seen in a very long time. Dude, we had pieces. Our Arizona Cardinals didn't think it was a good idea to bring everybody back. Stupid. Carl Dansby, Antro Roll, sorry. DRC. Dockett stayed with this, but it kind of all all crashed and burned. It's just a lot of stuff that the Cardinals organization has done over this years. It haunts me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It haunts me. Adrian Wilson? Oh yeah, A-Dub. Beast. A beast of a safety, man. He was Cam Chancellor before Cam Chancellor was even a guy. Adrian Wilson was a beast back there. Absolute beast, man. We have, it says, Jones is going to eat a pump. I'm sorry, but I just see it. Nah, you're not alone by saying that, man. You're not alone feeling that way. Not alone for feeling that way. How do you think, honestly, when it comes down to playing the Chiefs in week 1, I'm going to go in here with a little bit more optimism. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Last year against the Titans, I didn't think we were going to come out playing like that, especially with King Henry. I did not think we were going to come out playing like that. So I'm going to be a little more confident. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have Tyreek Hill, his best weapon. Yes, he still has some really good weapons on there, but hopefully, I think we'll do good. As long as we don't get like destroyed, like I'll still be sad if we lose by a field goal. Like I'll still be sad, right? We lost. It sucks. But if we contend with a team like Kansas City and a coaching staff like Andy Reid, it gives me a little bit of hope for the rest of the season. Now, if we get destroyed week 1, that's going to be a different reaction video week 1 from the AZ Sports fan. Let's just put that full frontal right now. Full frontal right now. Great question, though. Great question. All right. We have made it to the hour mark. This has been a fun show, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody for being here. All 28 of you. Like I said, I think we peaked at like 41. Not very much. But I'm only assuming when we get closer to the actual regular season, this channel is going to be popping off here again. So if you guys haven't yet already, smack that like button. Smack that like button. Follow me on all my social platforms. Everything is in the description of this video. I make it very easy for you. Very easy. My Twitter is there. Shoot me a follow. My Instagram is there. Shoot me a follow. It's probably the easiest way to communicate with me back and forth via DMs and stuff like that because YouTube comments are garbage. I'm not going to lie to you. They're bad. So follow me on social platforms. It's in the description of this video. And one last thing, one last plug before I let you go. Follow the NFC West Network. It's my second channel that we talk everything NFC West. I need the Bird Gang over there. That is also in the description of this channel. Subscribe to the NFC West. I appreciate you guys for doing that. We're on the road to 400 subscribers. Can't do it without you guys. So I appreciate you guys for chugging along and joining on the ride there. Everybody, this has been an absolute pleasure. Have a great rest of your day. Training camp's going to start very soon. More content will be pumping out. Thank you, Facebook watchers. Thank you, Twitter watchers. Thank you, YouTube watchers. Have a great rest of your day. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And as always, go Cards.